PlayStation Portable. Personally, I think that the PSP was ahead of its time. It is home to a lot of great games, such as God of War Chain of Olympus, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, Jeanne d'Arc, Sid Meier's Pirate, and then there's this game about little eyeballs looking thingy called Patapon is a rhythm strategy game released in Japan in December 2007 and the rest of the world in February 2008. It was co-developed by Pyramid and Japan Studio for the PlayStation Portable. The inspiration for the game comes when game designer Hiroyuki Kotani saw the design from French artist Rolito. From there, together with sound designer Kemei Adachi and their team, the development for Patapon began. Patapon follows the titular Patapon tribe on their journey to the Earth End to gaze upon it. What it is, that's for you to find out. Patapon tribe was once a flourishing tribe, but now they were nothing but a shadow of its once mighty self. The player, you, act as their god, the mighty Patapon, and leads them on their journey. The journey begins when a single flag-bearing Patapon called Hatapon hears you, and together you gather the remaining Patapon army. As you go on your journey, you will face this red square-looking Zigoton tribe, a native and hostile tribe that didn't want the Patapons to find it. The story is simple and quite solid in my opinion. Both the Patapons and Zigotons' motivations were clear enough as to why they feel obligated to do what they have to do. You have a base called Patapolis that acts as a hub for you to select missions from and see your tribe sing praises to you. Here, you can find Maiden, a priestess of your Patapon tribe, who can speak to you directly and sometimes provide direction. You can also create more units to strengthen your army or access various minigames that you can unlock as you progress through the game. The minigames provide a nice break from the mission, and depending on what minigames you play, you will get specific materials related to said minigame. You can get a number of special units based on what materials you use to create your army, so try to experiment a bit. Now for the gameplay. You select the mission you want to do and choose 3 out of the 6 available units as you unlock them by progressing through the story. You got spear-wielding Yaripon, sword or axe and shield-wielding Tatepon, the archer Yumipon, horse-riding Kibapon, club-wielding Brute Decapon, and last, but certainly not least, my favorite unit, Megapon. Just look at this thing. All the girls want to be with him, and all the boys want to be him. I won't explain too much the difference of this unit type, so you can just try it out for yourself and figure out which one is more suited to your playstyle. Missions can be divided into 3 categories. The first one is hunting missions, for you to get materials and kaching. It's the currency in the game. The second one is the boss battles. You can get an even rarer materials and sometimes weapon from doing this. Please note that you can repeatedly challenge the boss, but whenever you beat them, they will get increasingly stronger and harder to beat. And the third is fighting the Zigoton tribe in their effort to keep you from reaching Earth 10. This mission is one and done kind of thing. You cannot repeat them, but they will always give you weapons of some kind as spoils of war. There are weather effects that could affect you during the mission, like rain, wind, and thunderstorm. If Patapon died or all your units were wiped out, then you failed the mission. You can also choose to end the missions early and go back to your base, which also counts as failing the mission. During the mission, you can give command to your Patapon army using the drum beat on the assign button of your controller. There are various commands such as march forward, attack, retreat, and even miracles for you to use them as you see fit. for every successful consecutive command you give, you'll eventually reach Fever Mode. In Fever Mode, your army will do a stronger variation of their attack, so there's this incentive to keep Fever Mode going. If you miss time commands and break the chain, then the Fever Mode will end and you need to build up a new chain. One thing I like about Patapon is that the loading page between areas provide tips and information about mechanics of the game. It helps you engage with the game as you get curious to what kind of information you can gain from reading the loading page. The art style still holds up for a game launched in 2007. The color choice with heavy use of black and rather simple designs feels really easy on the eye. I really like this kind of art. And the music? Oh, the music. Do yourself a favor and play this using headphones. Just listen to some of my favorites. It is so catchy with the percussion and the patapon sound, especially during Fever Mode. Tell me it doesn't awaken something primal in you. The game is not without some drawbacks. It might feel a tad grindy sometimes, primarily for materials and money, unless you get lucky with the loot. You cannot pause during the mission. Some people may argue that maybe pausing a rhythm game breaks the flow, but I still appreciate being given the option to pause. Patapon, as crucial as he can be, cannot be upgraded, so you stuck with him. I still remember the first time I played Patapon on my PSP in my cousin's house. We just got back from the game store. As a kid, you don't have that much money to buy games. We agreed to choose different games so we can trade with each other when we're done. As I look at the shelf, the game box art really draws me in. I went ahead and bought the game. I don't even remember what game my cousin bought. What I do remember is that I had a great time with Patapon. Patapon got an HD remaster in 2017 for the PS4. It features 1080p and 4K resolutions. Some people reported sync issues, input lag, and graphical problems during gameplay. I do not own a PS4. I have not played Patapon Remastered. But if you do have PS4, you have the option to play that version instead. Despite all the negatives I said earlier, the positives still outweigh the negatives. I replay this game to make sure it isn't nostalgia goggles to talking. I really recommend Patapon if you like short, simple strategy and rhythm-based games, or even just to look at this adorable little thing. And if you do like it, you will surely love. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day.